we're gonna go and do a tier 8 Traveler. First thing you want to know going into this, you want to have all your elemental resistance maxed out, as well as much erosion resistance as you can. You want to start the fight off to the side, because there's going to be a few seconds at the start where you won't be able to do anything, and if you're standing right in front of him, he's going to hit you. Right away, you'll notice that there are portals spawned rotating around the arena, and they spawn purple squares. You want to avoid those purple squares. If you connect with them, you'll take a large chunk of erosion damage. He spawns purple balls that then will drop on the ground and make purple pools. Avoid those purple pools. He also will do 3 teleport strikes. You want to stay behind him for all those strikes, but most importantly, the 3rd strike. The 3rd teleport, he'll do a big frontal red strike. There's 1 teleport. 2 teleports. And here's your 3rd one. Make sure you stand behind him, or you're going to take that big frontal strike. We'll now push him over. Once he gets to 66%, he does a transition with a brief intermission. During this intermission, there's a bunch of little ads. There's not much to them. Kill them, and if you're using the flask, recharge your flask. Going into the 2nd phase, you will notice that the Soften Rage has started in the form of these eyes. These eyes will spawn what I like to call death circles on the ground. So pay attention to the ground at all times and avoid the death circles. He will now spawn 2 balls, as you can see, and those 2 balls will now lead to 2 pools of purple goo to avoid. He will also do 4 teleports. Here's the 3rd one. You want to stand behind him. And now a new 4th one. Also, you want to stand behind him because he does a frontal 4. One thing else to note is he has more portals. More portals means more purple squares. This is the machine gun attack. It makes a bunch of death circles following wherever you go. So just run around and avoid those death circles. Do not stand in one spot. Once again, 1 teleport, 2 teleport, 3 teleport, get behind, and the 4th teleport, get behind. While this is happening, always pay attention to the ground. As you see, the longer the fight goes, more and more of those death red circles will spawn due to the Soften Rage. So just keep an eye on the floor and avoid those at all costs. At 33%, he will transition to his final phase. Once again, there is a brief intermission with some ads for you to clear. This will help you charge up your flasks and give you a downtime. At this point, he's going to come back and do his uber exclusive mechanic. He will spawn what I call the death spiral. You're going to want to stand over here to be in a safe spot while all these orbs spawn. And if you pay attention, they make a spiral you can walk through. Just keep an eye on the ground. As you see, I walked into a death circle, and sometimes it's just bad timing. He will now do 3 orbs on that will lead to 3 pools on the ground. He will also teleport a lot quicker, and it is now 5 teleports. There's the 3rd, here's the 4th, and the new one is an X. So keep that in mind. You now want to avoid the X on the final one. On top of that, they are a lot quicker. 3 balls, 3 piles of goo, and another machine gun. So pay attention behind me. In this phase, you can't hear it, but they're still there. So keep moving. Don't stand still, or you're gonna get a lot of death circles on you. There's 2 teleports, 3 teleports, get behind, 4 teleports, get behind, and then the 5th one, look for the opening in the X. Once again, as you can see on the ground, there are tons and tons of death circles, so always pay attention to those, as they are one of the deadliest parts of the fight. Do not stand in them at all costs. I'm going to show you how you can stay close in DPS during the machine gun. You just do a small circle rotation around them, and you're good to go. At this point, we're going to do another spiral. Avoid the death circles. If you need to stop your movement, stop your movement. If you need to leap, it's tricky, but you can do it. There you go. Now there's a spiral. He will do another spiral, and we're going to dodge everything. Avoid that circle. Avoid those circles. Oop. We ate that circle. Luckily, we survived. And that's the fight. At this point, if you happen to be using the God of Might, you can switch over to your elimination, and you'll be able to just one-tap him and finish the fight. There's all the mechanics for Uber Traveler. Hopefully that helped you better understand the fight and how to dodge, and hopefully it'll lead to more success and more loot.